A tow truck driver made a deadly discovery today. Police say the body of a missing mother from upstate New York was found in the trunk of a car in Queens.
CBS 2's Andrea Grimes reports from South Ozone Park.
Christina Maurice relatives say Destiny Smothers was a loving and caring person who did not deserve this. Heartbroken loved ones consoled each other at the scene where a tow truck driver made the grisly discovery. The body of missing mom of two, Destiny Smothers, in the trunk of this black car.
We knew that we was going to find her, but I just didn't believe we was going to find her like this.
As CBS 2 previously reported, family had been searching for the 26-year-old Smothers since she disappeared in November. She lived in the Albany area but was visiting Queens and last seen leaving a Woodside bowling alley with her boyfriend. The family says her boyfriend told them they got in an argument on the Grand Central Parkway in Astoria and she jumped out of the car, the same one her body was found in.
He had some involvement, but that was his car. That was the car he was driving.
Investigators say the car was abandoned on a block near the Belt Parkway in Springfield Gardens. A neighbor told me off camera it was there for about 2 months before they started contacting 311 last week to have it towed.
People now are leaving their cars and going to the airport and going on trips and vacations, and they come back months later.
Police say Wednesday morning, a tow truck driver picked up the car, but thought something was wrong with it, so he pulled over about 2 miles away in South Ozone Park to look for its spare tire.
Upon opening the trunk, the operator observed a deceased individual positioned on their side.
Relatives just hope police quickly make an arrest.
What's done in the dark comes to light. You will be found in court, and we will get justice for her.
Police have not released any information on possible suspects or persons of interest. They say the medical examiner will determine exactly how Smothers died. In South Ozone Park, Queens, Andrea Grimes.
Gregorio Gate. We begin with a manhunt underway in Northwest Harris County. This morning, 32-year-old Gregorio Gayton is a wanted man accused of shooting and killing his mother-in-law. Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Andy Sirota.
And I'm Lisa Hernandez. This happened at a home near Loyola Drive and Florida Lease. Investigators say the man shot the mother-in-law after holding his wife and children at gunpoint. All new at midday. We're getting a look at surveillance video showing the moments leading up to that fatal shooting. KPRC 2's Kathy Hernandez joins us live now with those latest developments. Kathy, good morning.
Good morning to you. Neighbors are shocked and saddened by what happened here at this home. They do tell us the family lived here for 2 years. They never thought Gregorio Gatan was capable of such violence and now facing a charge of capital murder. Deputies are looking for this man, 32-year-old Gregorio Gatan. He's wanted for the murder of his mother-in-law in Cypress.
And then we heard some shots, like 6 or 7. I was watching TV and I thought it was a movie.
Deputies say Gatan held his wife and 2 young children at gunpoint at their home on Loyola at about 9 last night. The wife was able to contact her mother. Surveillance video shows her mother then pull up in a red car and rush to the house.
The mother began banging on the door or on the garage, demanding that the wife and children be released.
It was then deputies say Gatan shot his mother-in-law multiple times in the driveway. In the video, moments later, you see several people, possibly the wife and kids, get into an SUV.
My son told me that he heard the lady screaming at the kids, "Come on, get in the car real loud." You know, she was freaking out.
That's when neighbor Sergio Gonzalez went to check on the woman.
And I went over to the lady and asked if she was okay. And she told me to go back into my house like 3 times. She was crying, she was panicking.
Gatan was gone before deputies arrived.
And they seemed to be a happy couple. The children were always outside and never had any issues with them.
But deputies say the couple was having marital issues. Neighbors can't believe the tragedy that unfolded.
He needs to just, give himself in and face the consequences.
That neighbor also tells us the family is from South Texas and the mother lived here for about a year before recently moving out. As for Gatan, they say he was wearing a cowboy shirt and cowboy shirt. They say if you know where he may be, please call Crime Stopper.
New this morning, a third person is now charged in connection to the death of a teen found wrapped in plastic in Manhattan. 35-year-old Amber Wilson of Maryland is now facing charges of tampering with physical evidence. That's after the body of 19-year-old Rosalie Sanchez was found inside the building that used to house the Fulton Fish Market. 2 homeless men are also charged in her murder. Attorneys for the 5 children of Daniel Prude, who died in police custody, have announced a federal lawsuit against the city of Rochester, alleging wrongful death and civil rights violations. The 41-year-old died, Daniel Prude, after being restrained by police during a mental health episode last March. The lawsuit accuses police and the city of attempting to cover up what happened. Last month, a grand jury declined to charge those officers.
Year-old boy, the victim, on a scooter waiting at the corner of 179th Street and University Avenue in the Bronx when a stranger attacks him before stabbing the teen multiple times. It happened last month in the middle of the afternoon. We're just getting the video. Eyewitness News reporter Naveen Dhaliwal live in the University Heights section with the story. Naveen.
Yeah, David, when you watch that video, it is just awful and shocking. Now, that teenager was rushed to the hospital. He is recovering at home, but police say this is where he was attacked on University Avenue. This is very busy, high traffic, both foot and road, shops on one side, bus stops on both sides, and still this boy was stabbed in the middle of the day. Surveillance video shows a 15-year-old boy on a scooter at the corner of West 179th Street and University when a man, police say, approaches him just before 3 p.m. on a Wednesday afternoon 2 weeks ago. He gives a threatening gesture, enough for the victim to slightly jerk back. While unclear of the interaction, it was quickly a full-on physical fight. And then you see it, the knife that individual is holding and stabbing the teenager with 3 to 4 times before taking off, leaving his victim on the ground. Now today, as some neighbors saw that video. Wow. 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 It was clearly shock and disgust as they went about their daily routines.
This is insane. Yeah, it can happen anywhere, and I work up here for 231st. This is just horrible. It doesn't matter if it's day or night. These things happen, and something has to get done about it.
And police say nothing was taken from that victim, and they're hoping someone will recognize him, even though that suspect was wearing a mask.
With the latest on the officer shot, body cam video shows the moment a man in Brooklyn fires down a staircase at 2 NYPD officers. The officers returning fire. One hit but saved by his bullet-resistant vest. The other officer grazed in the leg. Both are okay. The suspect not injured in this.
Such a scary situation, and now police are giving new details about this confrontation. Eyewitness News reporter Safan Kim is live in Prospect Lefferts Gardens with the details. Safan.
Well, Liz and David, it was the suspect's roommate who had called cops for help. Police say he had been shot in both of his legs, but when officers first arrived, none of that was clear, though. They initially confronted a man who seemed friendly, but then all of a sudden, from under the blanket he was wearing over his shoulders, he pulls a gun and opens fire.
What's going on? Did you call?
Yeah, I gave you a call. It is NYPD body-worn camera capturing what appears to be a routine call for help. But within seconds, cops are under fire.
You called? Huh? Did you call? Yo, this phone. Oh, yo, put the gun down.
From just 10 feet away, the suspect fires 3 shots at cops. Police return fire, 23 rounds in all.
Our perpetrator pulled out a .38 caliber revolver from under the blanket and displayed it toward the officers. The officers drew their service weapons and stated multiple times for him to drop his firearm.
Police say the suspect then retreated back into his apartment. Investigators say none of those shots struck him. He then barricaded himself in the unit and took a hostage.
The police officer who was first in the single file line instinctively turned his body, bladed himself like this, and was able to avoid a direct impact to his bullet-resistant vest. The bullet grazed the front of his vest, which struck his body-worn camera magnet.
Yo, put the gun down.
After about an hour, hostage negotiators were able to bring him out and take the gunman into custody. Charges are pending against 44-year-old Ridwan Abdur Rashid. Cops say his roommate called 911 from the closet, hiding from Rashid. It happened last night after 9 p.m. on Hawthorne Street in Brooklyn. 2 police officers were shot, one with the bullet lodged in his vest, the other grazed in his leg. Cops say the revolver used to shoot cops is an illegal firearm. Also recovered from the apartment, police say a shotgun and an AR-15 semi-automatic.
What last night reminds us is two things. Number one, there is no routine call. And number two, police officers have split-second decisions to make life and death circumstances. We have seen this far too often lately.
And back here live, this is now the fourth officer to be shot within 5 months. The two officers from last night were treated and released from the hospital. The roommate shot in both of his legs is in stable condition.
In Midwood, Brooklyn, police say a 24-year-old man was shot in the chest 4 times and pronounced dead at New York Community Hospital. It happened just before 12:30 this morning near the intersection of Avenue M and East 19th Street. We're told a gun was recovered and a person in custody is being questioned. Police say that person is not a suspect, but is believed to have found the weapon at the scene. The search continues for the shooter.
Yes, Aaliyah or nice to meet you. All right, I'm going to get some more time. Go ahead, good. Nice to meet you.
Chris Van Volta. Anything else or something? Guys,
Crazy cops. A lot of cops. Where it happened right there. Detectives on the scene.
Alright, guys, everybody's got to go.
A woman got shot. Right over there. Like behind that police car, by the curb.
Is she alright?
I don't know.
When did this happen?
Maybe like 20 minutes ago, a half hour ago.
Oh my God, this is...
I guess, yeah. They weren't here when I got here. A woman. That's what happened right there.
Yeah, and I knew the projects and all that, yeah. See you later, take care.
Look, they're looking for showcases and shit. Don't do it. Why they shooting? Who did that?
Well, there's another one. I know their heart is beeping. I mean, they're beating. They're like boom, 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 boom.
Oh my God.
You know what I don't get? They didn't go all the way over there, but those buildings.
Why they didn't go over there where they were shooting it from?
That's what I just said, man.
Go over there while y'all looking at me. They were sitting down.
68 people are viewing it right now.
Put that on my phone.
Those are
Elijah.
68 AIs. You
Put
gotta
that
download
on
it.
my
You
phone.
have to download
Okay,
it.
okay.
It's called Citizens.
Yeah, no, I'm downloading for me. My chest is beating fast, right?
But you want to live here.
I'm in the living room like, what the fuck?
I heard him, Jack.
Niggas just standing there and shooting.
When you can play Fortnite.
Be quiet. Look at him in there. Look at him.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about.
Yeah.
Running with a gun.
He ain't running with no gun.
Yes, he did, man. I seen him.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. How you telling me you all the way out there?
Listen, why don't you be quiet? Why are you even being so loud?
You the one being loud.
Yo, don't ever tell nobody you see nobody with nothing.
They cannot hear me.
Cool, you ain't see that dude with the red nose.
How are you telling me?
Cool, will you be quiet?
I seen it with my eyes.
Look, he hugging him now.
Hugging who?
What the fuck, man? And this chick come out the building walking.
They're hugging over there? Yes. What's their point? What is their point? Please tell me.
What the fuck, man?
More police. Woodside is not a good community.
I got right by the door and started ducking. I saved the lights. I'm like, what is that?
What is that they're bringing? That big thing. Oh wait, never mind. It's a bike. They're really sending out there looking for the casings.
Oh, they were shooting through
Ma,
that.
okay.
Right there, they were shooting this way. Mind you, they all by the building though. Whoever
They all just ran out the building.
No, they were sitting in the building first.
Yeah, and they all ran
was
out, man.
talking. The rest of them was in there. I didn't see them running to like.
I seen them.
They was right there. They wasn't shooting. They didn't want to hit them, but they were shooting. Oh my